Boy, that never gets old, does it? It never ever gets old. You'd think we'd have some means of, like, preventing that notification from popping up. But hey, it's been 5 years. Fuck it. We'll just deal with it whenever it comes along. So, what we're dealing with here is some next level Omega Cancer from some top 100 guild, utilizing a team that I have next to no fucking experience fighting. It's a Zeo, a Blooming Lidica, and then also an Urban Shadow Choux, because hey, go fuck yourself. So, what I thought might have been the best way to really even approach this is to just go in with full evasion. So we're going to go in with Specimen Says, Savior Adin, and then also a Assassin Cartuja. This way we're maximizing any and all of our just defensive options of dodging any and all debuffs that could possibly hit us, any and all like damage that's going to go into us. And I ultimately think on this first encounter, I feel like I have the worst luck of the draw. Turns out, this is actually the best luck of the draw, because what ends up happening is Assassin Cartuja takes like the first really big, massive hit, and then instead of him being targeted, because he has invincibility right here, he's not targeted in these particular situations, and then, like Specimen Says, also took the big hit instead of Savior Adin. You'll see what I'm talking about whenever we get a little further on and we fight this exact same team yet again. But basically, we were able to spread all of our damage out enough to where everybody took a good amount of damage, and Savior Adin and Specimen Says were able to do their job and kill accordingly, just so we don't have to deal with this horrible fucking cancer any longer. So, let's move on to the next one, shall we? And right here is a Unbound Knight Arowell, a Abyssal Yufine, and a Spirit Eye Celine. So, I looked at this and I was like, this is a Dark Corvus fight, but what if we were to try and fight this with, say, Aria, for example? Because with Aria and Silvertide Christy, along with Elvira, this way you check the Abyssal Yufine, so you straight up aren't going to just fucking lose instantly. And all of the damage is going to go into Aria. We're going to have extra F-res from our Silvertide Christy. Then we're also going to be able to give barriers and stealth to everybody else. So everything should be hunky-dory in terms of tanking a hit. Now, the one thing I was not expecting in the fucking slightest was this right here. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a fucking injury set Spirit Eye Celine. And I wasn't paying attention at the time, but this Unbound Knight Arowell is also on no F-res. I just happened to 15% right there, because right here, the Abyssal Yufine goes down, but then this attack from Elvira goes in. I do not believe I have very much effectiveness that is on my Elvira. I kind of went like all in, balls deep on F-res, and bam, Beguile hits and strips on the Unbound Knight Arowell. I was straight up not paying attention at that moment, did not focus the Spirit Eye Celine because I thought Escort was still up. Now, if I had noticed that Escort was still up, the safest option is to go into the Spirit Eye Celine, because then it would have killed. Hey, whatever, shit happens to work out because we're just lucky, dog. But either way, that's that team. Worked out wonderfully. If I went with Dark Corvus, I probably would have been fucked. So, here's another fun team. So we're going to be utilizing our Uwu Dragon King Sharun along with Moon Bunny Dominiel, because fuck Conqueror Lilias, stupid bitch, and then also a Little Queen Charlotte, because hey, that's a lot of darkies, and Little Queen Charlotte don't like the darkies. So, what we did was, we utilized Moon Bunny to straight up give ourselves immunity and skill null, and just in case the DDR was actually able to go first, and that's actually more preferred if the DDR went first. Of course, though, the assumption is always that the Conqueror Lilias is faster. Either way, whatever. We have, basically, we're in a fucking full-on condom situation, because we have two forms of protection from the extra turn shenanigans, as well as just from the sleep shenanigans in general that DDR gives, and we happen to have that condom ruptured twice. But good news is, even though we've lost our protection, we had attack down, we were still able to land Death Break on the Abyssal Yufine. And the Abyssal Yufine, but even though she had Death Break, we also had attack buff on our Little Queen Charlotte as well. And because of that, we're able to go in, S3 her, then throw her into the Shadow Realm. And now that she's gone, we're pretty much 100% in the clear for the rest of it, because DDR by himself and into Dragon King Uwu Sharun, straight up, they can't really do anything to you because they can't put you to sleep, and then Cascade really, really matters because your two non-damage dealers are actually dealing somewhat respectable damage with Cascade damage. So hey, works out. Now here we go into this team yet again. Now here is where the initial thing I was expecting was going to happen on the first round actually happens. They're all going to start going in to save your Adin. Now yes, we do dodge, but holy fuck. We're already like right there on the end of like, we're right at death's door. So Blooming Lidica is going to go in and then she's just going to straight up kill us. I debated with myself if I wanted to actually utilize the S1, but like you're not going to deal enough damage to get like all of your HP back so that you're then going to survive this. Because this does almost 7k. It's like 6.6. And we had injury on us as well. So we were at even lower health. The odds of us actually surviving that attack by utilizing S1 for the sake of lifesteal, it just straight up ain't there, dog. So this team is 100% not like, not a 100% win. But all of the luck really works in our favor, and I also straight up did not account for the fact that like, Blooming Lidica can actually push you back even when you miss. I straight up did not fucking expect that at all, because I hardly ever use Blooming Lidica. I hardly ever fucking see her, because, hey, LOL, what's speed gear? I just straight up don't fucking have it, so I don't use the character. And our guild isn't quite top tier enough to fight these teams on a regular basis, so I have next to no experience fighting it. But either way, we kill the Urban Shadow Choux utilizing just, you know, extra attacks going in from Spez from his S2. We then eventually kill the Blooming Lidica with our S3, and because we also happen to get a lot of stuns on it, and then whenever the DFI is gone on the Zeo, we just knock him out. Now into this oh-so-wonderful fun team. So the plan here was, hey, let's do a little bit of testing, and let's see if Jenua takes this hit, does he activate Wild Dog Company? The answer is no. His HP is too low, and Zeo does not do enough damage to him because his max HP is too low. So we at least take advantage of the fact that Urban Shadow Choux is going to go in with bzzzt, deal a good bit of damage to you, and then also going to give speed buff to the whole team. So then the Sharun goes. Sharun then hits the whole team. That is going to put me in my threshold for getting Wild Dog Company. I have Enrage now. Now I can go in with S1, S3, bam. Now the Urban Shadow Choux is dead. Now we finally go to Karina's turn here, who is strictly here just to deal damage to Zeo, because LOL extra damage, because lol, that splash damage is just fucking retarded. And then also we have Sylvan Sage Vivian here, straight up just there to tank damage from the Zeo, as well as to deal additional damage just in case I didn't do enough damage to kill the Urban Shadow Choux with the S1, S3 that I was planning on with Jenua. And then now, all you have left is Sharun. Bam, I can do whatever I please. I can S1, I can S3, whatever, she's dead. Hey, cool, 34,000 damage, that's legit. So, for the next fun fight, basically we're going to go in and we're going to reduce the cooldown on Dark Corvus and... Oh, okay, well, that didn't fucking work. So basically what happened was ae-Tywin had 240 speed and my Isaria is slow as shit, and because of this we've killed all of our initiative and then we end up getting killed by this team. I'm fucking good at the game, guys, trust me. So that's basically that fight. Basically what happened was, hey, ae-Tywin goes first, stuns your initiator. Your initiator is now fucking dead in the water. You then eventually die from the Yufine because Yufine does really, really next level stupid shit unless you have an actual answer for her. And yeah, it took basically 2 Dark Corvus like S3s to actually kill her because I straight up didn't have access to souls because that's what ae-Tywin does. And yeah, everything kind of fucking sucked. But the other way in which you could fight that, easy shit, legit, Mediator Cowrick, Little Queen Charlotte, literally any other fucking unit. Use that, go into the Abyssal Yufine, Shazams, you fucking win. Mainly because the Shadow Knight Pilis is actually not a threat by herself, and the Ambitious Tywin is only a threat whenever you initiate him with debuffs. But that, speaking of which, are you guys ready for ML Politis gonna come into the game and utterly fucking destroy it? Because that's what's gonna be fucking happening. Because, like, yeah, imagine that. Ambitious Tywin is probably going to be, like, a top fucking character in every fucking defense team, because ML Politis, as fucking simple as her kit really is, which is, hey, I go first, I use S3, now everybody is big mad. Well, That's actually a huge fucking problem, because her S3 also fucking strips buffs. So you can't utilize things like immunity, because if you straight up had a, I don't know, fucking reliable immunity, you wouldn't really have to worry about Ambitious Tywin. Ambitious Tywin's not scary on turn 1 if you have immunity, but with all this other dumb shit gonna be stripping it, you're gonna have to be dealing with irresistible fucking bullshit. I can't fucking wait. It's gonna be awesome. But either way, boys, this was a quickie little Guild War video. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit like. And if you want to see more of my stuff, hit subscribe. I forgot how to talk.